What's up, everybody? It's the homie Truth Teller, the Street Reporter, and today we're going to tackle a topic that's kind of fresh. A lot of people have been asking me to speak on topics that just kind of happened. They wanted some recent topics. So we're going to speak on FBG Meezle today. I guess he goes by the name of BCI Meezle. He ended up losing his life due to gun violence. I didn't really have a lot of story on him either, but eventually he started rapping, so he was able to gain some momentum, started doing real good on the views, like on his first songs and shit like that. I'm not gonna lie, even though I didn't have a lot of background, I did see him in a lot of videos. I heard him speak a lot in interviews with Big Clout. So I kind of got some background. Now remember, I also talked to a lot of people that's affiliated with FBG. So I feel like I could give you my opinion on this, and I studied it. You know, a lot of people drop their blogs. A lot of people drop what they think happened. I believe FBG Duck Mom even spoke on it. So I had a lot of information to go off of. Plus I listened to the police scanners, the police reports, and I talked to people who was at that hotel that's not affiliated with FBG. So I feel like those guys wouldn't have no reason to kind of trick me or spin me off. So today we're going to talk about FBG Meezle. I believe, you know, when FBG Duck ended up losing his life, it became an issue with like the whole FBG mob, backdoors, weird shit, people acting strange and shit. So he kind of switched it from FBG to BCR Meezle. So BCR is Big Clout Records. I believe Duck Mama is the CEO. Okay? That's what they flipped it to when Duck ended up losing his life. I noticed that the difference between this member is he wasn't from St. Lawrence. He wasn't from 63rd. He was from another area, and I believe he was a Stone. Okay? So that's one thing that stood out to me. I said, damn, this guy's part of FBG, which means they got a lot of ops. You know, they're in a lot of wars, which means he from another neighborhood, which means he probably have his own ops, and he probably in his own wars, and then being affiliated with them, he joined their war. You get what I'm saying? So now he has even more ops. So I noticed that instantly he probably was like targeted. He was dangerous for him. Anywhere he went, he could have got his head blick, 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 blick. Anywhere he went, he could have got blicked down, you know? So I thought that was crazy. I mean, it's not a good thing. I thought it was wild to even put yourself in that position, but sometimes you can't help who your friends is. You understand? But I noticed that. Then another thing is I noticed is that eventually he started talking, and I started seeing him a lot on interviews, okay? Interviews, I believe, that was linked to FBG Duck, okay? So I seen him on a lot of interviews and blogs and shit with Duck, so I knew he was affiliated. And then I started hearing rumors that he was Duck cousin. Now, I can't verify that, okay? Because you know in the war in Chirac, if you know somebody and got love for somebody and they cool, they down for you, you feel like they won't switch up on you, you'll call them your cousin, your brother. You know, that's my bro. So I don't always believe the cousin shit. Now, I know a lot of y'all gonna be in the comments saying, he don't know what the fuck he talking about. That's Duck cousin. I'm not saying it ain't. I'm just saying I couldn't really fully verify. So we just gonna say they cousins. Street cousins. Okay, we're gonna say they cousins. I noticed that. Other things I noticed is him pulling out guns on the internet. Okay, I noticed that too. I noticed he had a rap for being a shooter. Those are things that I noticed. Then I noticed he started beefing on the internet with other guys. So he started getting the internet wars. So we're gonna put an IW, internet wars. So when I looked at this, I said, okay, I know what's going on. He was drilled by one of the ops. You know, he must have been caught lacking, chilling on the block. One of the ops must have got him. You know, it spells gang-related, gang-banging shit. Then I realized what happened to him after I listened to some police scanners, the police reports. I didn't want to go off strictly the people because that would have been all FBG Meezle people, you know, who was at that hotel. So, you know, of course, they're going to give you the Meezle story. And then I didn't know who the people who they got into it with or the ops or whatever the fuck. So I was kind of lost on that one. Then I seen in the paperwork that according to the police, okay, they're claiming that FBG Meezle and a group of people, okay? So Meezle and a group of people went to a hotel, I believe called the Indian Lakes Hotel. Okay? And it's located in Bloomingdale, Illinois. Okay? That's what I noticed. So what I noticed is they wasn't in the hood. But you got to remember, the hood's so dangerous. Everybody blicking people, killing people, home invasions, wild shit, drive-bys, killing people at parties, shooting up funerals. You know, so people not really doing that house party shit no more. They didn't realize that you got to take that shit to the crib and do invite only, private only, because the house party is dangerous too. So you know you got to do it kind of different. So they didn't kind of switch the house party to the hotel party because they feel like it's safer. I ain't saying it's safer because I don't think that shit's safer, especially when you go into them ghetto ass hotels. And if you don't think that I'm telling you the truth, finish watching this video and I'm going to explain to you why I wouldn't play with them hotels like that. But what I'm saying is I noticed they saying that he was in a hotel, you know, Indian Lakes Hotels in Bloomingdale, Illinois with his people. The police claiming that it was several groups at this hotel, okay? Several groups at this hotel chilling and having parties, okay? Not in the same party, chilling, kicking it. Having parties, people chilling, you know how they having fun and shit like that. They saying that on February 20, 2021, because this shit just happened, okay? They're claiming Meezle group got into it with another group. So Meezle group gets into it with another group, okay? I don't know what happened. I was told that they didn't know each other. This wasn't the ops that spotted somebody and caught somebody lacking. This was that Chirac tough guy shit, if you ask me. Or maybe somebody was on some tough guy shit in there with Meezle group. But I don't think motherfucking them playing with Meezle and them, though. But if they was, you know, hey, that's what I was told, okay? I was told the group didn't know each other. So Meezle group get into it with another group. Next thing you know, while they arguing, beefing, woofing, blah, 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 blah. They blicked the whole hotel up in the hallway. They blicked the hallway up, okay? Hallway up, okay? You hear me? I read more. I see 6 people were shot. 1 killed. I believe just 1 person killed. And that person was Meezle. He died at a hospital later on. Okay? I noticed that. I say, damn, what the fuck? That kind of threw me off. So now I know for a fact it wasn't the ops who did it, okay? I know that for a fact it wasn't the ops who did that anymore. So I say, damn. I do my homework a little bit more. I say, I need to look into this hotel a little bit more. You feel me? If Meezle and them felt safe in that hotel, that meant this ain't their first time in that hotel. They must have been going to that hotel. Let me check that hotel out. I researched. I noticed that it's been several shootings at that hotel, okay? Several shootings at that hotel. Not saying they were shot in the hotels, but there's been several shootings outside of that hotel, around that hotel. Okay? I wanted to look that up. I noticed that this hotel had a lot of tickets put on them for prior violations of having no security. Okay? When Meezle died, it was no security. All right? And Meezle was found dead at 2:35 a.m. So having all these young motherfuckers in this hotel, all these young people in these hotels, they all getting drunk, they all smoking, they popping Percocets, they drinking lean, doing whatever hell drugs they want to do. You got all these people in here playing this violent ass music and all this shit. And no, you feel me? No goddamn insecurity. Like, seriously? You got all this shit going on, right? You got all this shit going on and no motherfucking security? You don't think blah, 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 blah. At any moment this shit can happen. You get what I'm saying? At any moment that shit can happen. That's a recipe for disaster. I noticed that. Then I noticed another thing that threw me all the fucking way off, okay? is that this hotel been threatened to be shut down because of issues about no security. And then this ended up happening to this brother life. Yeah, gang banging. Yeah, tough guy shit. Yeah, not being able to talk it out, express yourself and all that shit. Yeah, all that could have been the cause of FBG Meezle or BCI Meezle losing his life. But if you ask me, that man lost his life, in my opinion, because he was in the establishment that gave no fuck. You feel me? In my opinion. And then I think a little bit of that tough guy syndrome too. Sometimes you got to be able to turn that tough guy shit off. You can't be tough everywhere. Sometimes you got to be able to realize you're in a situation where it's best to get back home safe to your family. It's best to put your family and your friends in a position to return home safely to their family instead of you being on some tough guy shit, now realizing shit can go down. So I think the tough guy syndrome, I think being in a place where nobody gave a fuck, I think another case of the party, because when you're in a party, it's a bunch of young people. They all getting drunk. They all getting high. They all popping perks. They all drinking lean. They all listening to killer music. And that all equals up to bang. You feel me? In my opinion. So stay the hell away from them house parties. Stay the hell away from them hotel parties with gang them there. With gang them there. It's not in your best interest to be in a place with people who young and their mind is still immature and they got all type of drugs in their system and they all finna leave this party at the same time. Outside, it's gonna be a problem, okay? Subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's the homie truth.